When you think of Wednesdays, what is the thought that comes in your mind? Hump day, right? If you have heard that term, it means right in between you're going up and now you'll start going down. So guess what's happening this Wednesday? It's a full moon and it's called the strawberry moon. Why is it called the strawberry moon? Because the Native Americans would have their harvest of wild strawberries. It was close to, it just wasn't, it still is very close to the summer solstice in the northern hemisphere, which means new beginnings, celebrations, abundance. You have a lot of sunlight, and so, for the sensitive people, you have to attune yourself to your own biorhythm instead of just falling for, like, oh, the sun is still up. I should do something out there. No, if you need to go inside, then you need to go inside. And full moons are time for setting intentions for the next 6 months. Mhm. New moon, you do it for 2 to 4 weeks, intention setting. But now is the time to set your intention for 6 months out there. So in 6 months, the full moon will be on December 15th. And the sun will be in Sagittarius and the moon will be in Gemini. But right now, the moon is in Gemini. In fact, it's getting there to be full in a few hours. Hopefully, I will finish this recording and I will be able to put it out there for you. What is the focus when the moon is in Sagittarius and it is a full moon? The focus is at a global scale. And I have written them all over here. I have pages of them over here, so I don't forget. It's about human rights. It's about anything to do with humanity. And where in your life do you feel constricted? Do you feel held back? Focus on that. So that's the first thing you will focus on when you're setting your intentions. It's a very auspicious time. It's also a time in between the beginning of the year and the end of the year, right? It's also a time in between two eclipses. We just had an eclipse a few months ago, and we are going to have other series of eclipses a few months from now. So it's a time in between two eclipses. It's a time in between two weekends. It's a time in between the beginning of the year and the end of the year. So it's literally the hump. You're going over the hump. So, how do you want your life to be as you move through it? As you begin your coasting, as you begin your moving forward journey. So, astrologically, it's a time for great introspection, letting go of the past, embracing the new directions, and especially when it has to do with traveling. The Sagittarius, ruled by Jupiter, this huge, big thing that you want to expand. So, traveling is one way we expand. We learn and we also share. So, a place you travel to, you become the ambassador of the place you come from. Think about it. On global concerns and learnings. So, if you think like, oh, it doesn't bother me. For example, if you hear of a child who's in trouble for some reason, you'll be like, oh, not my kid. Who are you kidding? Could be your kid. And you may say, Kea, I don't have biological kids. That's fine. What about your inner child? What about that kid? How old is she? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Meet her where she is and hold her and love on her and ask her, what is it that's going on? Because she's really running your script. Every time you have a hiccup, you have sabotage, something you are working towards, and then suddenly you meet this critic in you, the one who's trying to keep you safe. It's because that inner child of yours is running your script. Remember that. Also, Sagittarius moon asks you to pursue your passions. What are you most passionate about? And some of us have forgotten. I meet people who don't know what they're passionate about. So I ask them, what did you have fun doing when you were a kid? And they're like, oh, I don't know. But can you ask someone? Can you ask your mother? And those of us who are fortunate to have our mothers around, you go and ask your mother. And she'll be like, oh, you loved coloring. Oh, you loved baking. Oh, you loved, flying on the swing or whatever it is. What were you most passionate about? How can you bring that into your life now? Set your intentions for all of those. So pursue with passion and the risks. Most people are afraid of taking risk, and this is a ridiculous thing that we do is we always want to be certain. Tell me what's going to happen next. Tell me what's coming up because we don't want to deal with uncertainties. But when you think about it, there's no certainties. Your flight could be delayed. You could be late for an interview. The weatherman said it would be a sunny day and it's a cloudy day, or they said it would be a rain and it is burning hot. Whatever. There are no certainties. There is no predictions. It's only a statistics. It's a possibility. It's not a certainty. So becoming okay with uncertainties, becoming okay with risks. Most of the clients I work with, 99.99% clients I work with are at the edge of the precipice. And that's when they come to me. We start working together. So if you are at that end, you know you are my person, right? But when you're at the edge of the precipice working with me, you find your faith to either learning to fly or landing on the clouds or finding a stone to step on, your next step. Mhm. You become okay with uncertainties. You become familiar with risks. There's so many people who are out in risk management and they will know exactly what I'm talking about. So this I already mentioned that it's a time of abundance. So what is this most auspicious time for? It is about making important decisions. The year is come and gone. For the other half year, what is it that you would like to happen for you? What would you like to experience? What would you like to release? What would you like to attract? And how do you want the new year to show up for you? Not you showing up in the new year to show up for you. Think about it. It's a twist because your future is already here. December 1st, 2026 is already here. January 1st, 2026 is already here. How do you want to show up when your future self arrives? Like afraid or ready? I am ready. Facing fears, self reflection, leap of faith for personal transformation. It's not change because anything can change. I can spray some lavender perfume on me, and somebody may think, the bees may think, I'm lavender, and they'll start hunting me down. But am I the lavender? No, I am not. It was just change. You can change and you can change. But transformation is when the caterpillar dies and the butterfly is born. So when your ego self releases you from its clutches to embrace your soul self. And Gemini is a great time for that because Gemini is the twins, and the twins is all about the ego self and the soul self, or the soul self and the physical self. Because physical self has needs, wants, desires, dreams, and the soul self is here on its purpose to answer its call. So, what are you feeding? Are you feeding your soul self? Are you feeding your ego self? And how are you in Gemini time is a great time to bring them into balance because in 3 months it'll be Libra, right? We know about that. Another air sign. And challenging your limiting beliefs. And when you say limiting beliefs, you may be like, it might be a new thing that you just heard. Are you thinking small or are you dreaming big? And it's not about getting lost in this land of fantasy. being pragmatic, being practical, a lot of people want to make $1 million. Have you made 100,000? No. Then what is this $1 million? Where does that come from? If you made $50,000 last year, then aim for doubling that and making 100,000. I'm not saying you cannot make $1 million. You definitely can make $1 million or $1 billion. You can do whatever you want to. No one is stopping you. But don't make your dreams scary. Make them big, but not scary, right? I hope you get it. Otherwise, comment below and let's get into a conversation about that. So, challenging your limiting beliefs. Anything that's keeping you limited is a limiting belief. That is sabotaging. Like if you say, "Oh, I'm in relationship with a narcissist." The moment you recognize someone as a narcissist, guess what you are? You're the victim. And when your victim is running your script, you do not have any power. Who has the power? The narcissist has the power. The person you identified as the narcissist has the power. Things to think about. So, global justice, global freedom, freedom of thought. You should be free to think what you believe in and not let some book come up and tell you, not let someone else with some authority come and tell you what you should think about and how you should think. Travel. Most of us are not traveling because we are afraid of something. Migration, human rights, these are all part of the conversation right now. So, where do you fit into this story? And what are you willing to let go of? And what abundance are you willing to attract? Because everybody says, I want abundance, abundance, abundance. But abundance of what? We are always manifesting, no matter what. But ask yourself, am I consciously manifesting or is it happening unconsciously? Because unconsciously, if you look around you and if you have things that you don't want, you unconsciously manifested them. But if you look around yourself and you're happy about something, you consciously manifested it. So, how about manifesting consciously whatever it is you want? I'm your coach, Kia. Like and follow for more. Subscribe to my channel. Comment below which city you're tuning in from and how you can make this full moon matter to you so that when the new year shows up 6 months from now, sorry about that. I hope you didn't hear it. So when the when the new year shows up 6 months from today, how do you want to shine then? All right, my friends. Until then, lots of love, lots of blessings, lots of peace. Bye for now. Namaste and aloha.